big cap tech has been great. You know that. The Nasdaq 100 up 19% this year. But you know the Russell 2000 small cap index up less than 3%. That means the index, the Nasdaq 100, is set to outperform the small caps by the most since all the way back in 2000. Welcome to Trading Nation. I'm Brian Sullivan. Boris, Schlossberg, and Craig Johnson are your Trading Nation team today. You know, there's been a lot of comparisons, I guess, to the tech bubble era lately in terms of valuations. Now this. Boris, what do we make of it?
Well, first of all, the valuations are completely different from the tech era, so I don't think it's a valid valuation. I think
first off, most of those stocks are gone.
Yeah, most of those stocks are gone, and the current tech stocks are actually relatively fairly valued relative to what they were in the 1990s or the aughts. But I think the interesting story here is that in many ways the Russell is a disappointment trade in the Trump trade, in the sense that, you know, a lot of people were waiting for a lot of things to help small businesses, tax policy, regulatory policy. None of that has come through, and that may be part of the reason why the Russell is lagging. That's one. On the much bigger issue, though, I think, is it could be essentially a factor of this whole winner-take-all economy that we're in, where very few large companies are getting bigger and bigger share of the profit pie, and that is actually not good for the economy or for the society as a whole. So I think it's reflecting those two factors as we go forward.
Okay, Craig, any way you could look at it, technically, fundamentally, however you want to.
Well, from a technical perspective, Brian, it's interesting to me is that when we see as technicians narrowing breadth in the marketplace, that is typically concerning. We want to see as many stocks participating in this advance as we can, and right now it's a fairly narrow advance. In fact, the charts that I brought in, I show the Nasdaq 100, and then I also show the FANG stocks. And you can see that the FANG stocks have added over 6% to that Nasdaq 100 index so far this year alone. And then you compare that to the Russell 2000, and yes, a very big difference between the two. What's also interesting too, Brian, is that when you look at these same indexes compared to last year this is all a small cap advance, and it is completely flipped into a large cap advance here in the marketplace. I think at this point in time, this rally is probably going to continue to push ahead. We can typically see corrections in markets happen in two ways: price or time. And all we've seen over the last 24 months has been time corrections and not price corrections. And when you think about the largest stocks out there in the market right now, the FANG stocks, these aren't really necessarily expensive stocks on a valuation argument basis. They are the new economy, and they're growing more quickly than a lot of other areas. So I think we're going to probably see this difference probably hold up for a while longer. But as a technician, I want to see the rest of the market kick in before we can really make that next big leg up higher in the overall market, Brian.
Okay, yeah, let's see. It's a little narrow out there these days. Let's see those small caps become a little bit bigger through market cap gains. Boris and Craig, thank you both very much. Really interesting trend there. About 17 years since we've seen this the last time. Folks, thank you for watching Trading Nation. As always, I'm Brian Sullivan, and we'll see you next time.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.